Have you ever packed your carry-on bag, cruised through airport security and thought, I've got this all figured out? Well, that might be about to change. In 2025, the Transportation Security Administration has introduced a new wave of rules that could catch even the most experienced travelers off guard. From updates in electronic screening to surprising restrictions on common travel items, the TSA's latest carry-on policy overhaul is something every flyer needs to understand. In this video, we're diving deep into the new TSA Carry-on Rules for 2025. We'll cover what's changed, what's newly banned, what might delay you at the checkpoint, and how to stay ahead of the curve. If you fly frequently or plan to travel this year, hit subscribe and tap the notification bell. We've got plenty more tips and updates to help you fly smarter. 1. Why these new rules were introduced. The TSA doesn't change policies lightly. These updates reflect a shift in both security threats and passenger behaviors. With the rise of advanced electronics, evolving health products, and an increase in carry-on usage due to airline baggage fees, TSA needed a way to maintain strong security while improving efficiency. The agency has also integrated new AI scanning technologies that are more precise, but also more sensitive, leading to adjustments in how certain items are handled. 2. Electronic screening is tighter than ever. One of the biggest changes involves electronic devices. Previously, removing your laptop was enough. But in 2025, TSA now requires all electronics larger than a standard smartphone, including tablets, e-readers, gaming consoles, and even large battery packs, to be placed in separate bins during screening. Power banks over 10,000 mAh are especially under scrutiny. If your item looks suspicious or too dense, it could trigger a secondary AI scan or manual inspection. What's more, passengers should be prepared for occasional residue swabs on devices, particularly if you're traveling internationally. The AI systems are extremely efficient, but they also flag anything unusual. And unfortunately, that includes cluttered electronics pouches. 3. Liquids policy. The 311 rule gets a modern twist. The classic 311 rule still applies. Containers must be 3.4 ounces or less, fit in a single quart-sized bag, and each traveler can only have one such bag. But 2025 has brought a few important updates. Now, medically necessary liquids such as saline solution or insulin must be backed up with a prescription or doctor's note. TSA officers are no longer accepting verbal confirmation. Also, liquid vitamins and homeopathic sprays have been moved to the prohibited list unless properly documented. Another major change is how liquids are scanned. The new technology doesn't just check volume, it analyzes the chemical makeup. So even if a liquid container is small, if it contains prohibited ingredients or dense substances, you could be flagged. 4. Can you still bring snacks? Sort of. Food is where many travelers get tripped up. While you can still pack a sandwich or bring along a granola bar, certain snacks now fall under liquid rules. Things like peanut butter, hummus, yogurt, or even soft cheeses are classified as liquids if they exceed 3.4 ounces. Yes, even if they're in pouches. Another update involves powders, such as protein mixes or instant coffee. Anything over 12 ounces must be declared at security and placed in a separate bin. TSA's new detection systems can identify powder-based explosives, and any large quantities could raise questions. Whole fruits, crackers, and prepackaged sealed items are generally okay. Just keep in mind that international flights may have agricultural restrictions that kick in at customs, not just TSA. 5. What about personal items? The 2025 policy updates aren't just about food and electronics. Everyday personal items are getting more attention too. For instance, lighters are now restricted to just one per passenger and must be carried on your person, not in your carry-on bag. Torch lighters remain banned entirely. Disposable vapes are allowed, but only 2 per person, and they must be stored in your carry-on, never checked baggage. There's also more clarity around lithium batteries. Devices with removable batteries need to have watt-hour ratings labeled. If not, TSA may confiscate them. Nail scissors, tweezers, and similar tools are allowed if under 4 inches, but expect closer inspections if they look suspicious. If you're carrying toiletries or grooming tools, it's now highly recommended to keep them in a clear pouch to make the screening process faster and more transparent. 6. AI-powered screening is a game changer. TSA is now rolling out AI-integrated smart lanes at major airports across the U.S. These systems use machine learning to automatically identify potential threats, meaning fewer manual bag checks, but also less room for error on the traveler's part. Some of these systems even include facial recognition, matching your image to your boarding pass in real time. While you can opt out, doing so may delay your security process, as you'll need to undergo traditional ID checks. One unexpected result of these systems is that they sometimes flag common cosmetics or skincare products due to alcohol content, metal caps, or packaging shape. So don't be surprised if your face mist or nail polish gets pulled for inspection. 7. What's new on the banned list? The updated prohibited items list in 2025 might surprise you. Among the new additions are scented candles, particularly those in tins, magnetic therapy products, and self-heating meals like MREs or soup cups that activate with water. TSA has also clamped down on metallic souvenirs. Items shaped like weapons, even if clearly fake, are not allowed. This includes things like bullet-shaped keychains, ninja stars, or replica swords, even miniature ones. Another item now restricted is smart luggage with non-removable batteries. If the battery can't be taken out, you won't be allowed to bring the bag through security at all, regardless of whether it's checked or carried on. 8. Carry-on size and weight, a gray area. While the TSA doesn't technically enforce carry-on size, that's the airline's job, more collaboration between TSA and carriers has led to pre-checkpoint enforcement in some airports. Oversized carry-ons may now be redirected to airline counters before security, especially during peak travel times. Some security lines even have size bins installed before screening, so if your bag doesn't fit, expect delays. Airlines are increasingly relying on TSA personnel to flag bags that look clearly oversized or overweight. To stay safe, check your airline's specific dimensions and consider using a luggage scale at home. It's also worth noting that smaller airports tend to enforce these size rules more strictly due to limited overhead bin space. 9. TSA PreCheck and Global Entry updates. For travelers enrolled in TSA PreCheck or Global Entry, there's some good news. PreCheck lanes are expanding across the U.S. and now include smart lane functionality, allowing travelers to keep laptops and liquids in their bags in some locations. You also won't have to remove your shoes, belt, or light jacket. Global Entry has seen upgrades too. Kiosks now use facial recognition rather than fingerprint scanning, making re-entry to the U.S. faster than ever. Some customs forms can even be completed via app before landing. That said, TSA still performs random full screenings, even in PreCheck lanes. Don't assume your PreCheck status guarantees an easy pass, especially if your carry-on raises red flags. 10. Hidden rules and common misconceptions. Let's finish with some surprising rules and frequent misunderstandings that travelers still make in 2025. Many people still believe reusable water bottles are allowed through security if they're filtered. They're not. They must be empty, period. Any remaining liquid, even if it's just filtered water, will get your bottle flagged. If you've bought duty-free liquids on a layover, make sure they're sealed in a tamper-evident bag and that you have the receipt. Otherwise, TSA may confiscate them even before you board. Parents, take note. Baby formula and breast milk are exempt from the 3.4-ounce rule, but you must declare them. TSA may test them using specialized equipment, but will not ask you to taste it. CBD products remain tricky. TSA allows hemp-derived CBD with less than 0.3% THC, but state laws differ. What's allowed in California might not be legal in Texas, so always double-check both departure and arrival rules. When in doubt, use the MyTSA mobile app. It's constantly updated with the latest policies, and you can search almost any item to see if it's allowed in your carry-on. Air travel is constantly evolving, and with the rollout of new AI systems, tighter rules, and increased collaboration between airlines and TSA, 2025 represents a major shift in how carry-ons are handled. By staying informed, preparing in advance, and packing smart, you can avoid the frustration of delays, confiscations, or missed flights. Always double-check the latest policies before you head to the airport, and be ready to adjust your packing strategy if needed. If you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and turn on notifications for the latest travel updates and airport survival guides. Thanks for watching, and safe travels.